This is Mary Quade reading my poem, An Episode of Moose, from Guide to Native Beasts. An episode of moose. This loneliness is nothing compared to moose. Antlers like hands mid-clap, a body's volume, the inexecutable bending of knees. I have encountered moose, inconsolable and dusty, drooping from a lodge wall into air close with pancakes, smoked wool, the unwashed parts of men. Zoo moose on concrete, ink-blot shadows, austere among zebras, the anomalous apes, swinging, climbing, swinging. I have witnessed a wake of moose penetrating water, heads disembodied by moon, sudden moose in dense forest, from another order of magnitude, mother and young, fibrous, impersonating wood, fading into lake vapors. Stupid desolation, my empty room, dark street, silence. I have followed a lovesick bull, catapulted through birch by a violent affinity, head fat with grief. He mutilated the woods with declarations of belligerent love. This is Mary Quade reading my poem Air Show, F-16s Above Cleveland, from Guide to Native Beasts. Air Show, F-16s Above Cleveland. Clearly, we are part of the performance, slowing our cars on the freeway, errands interrupted, like dull dreams of waking, taking a shower, interrupted by the true alarm. The solo jets, low, above, turning into some trick, some loop or roll we can't see through the towers of downtown, just the roar chasing the flash of plane, catching it overhead. Then the diamond of jets needling through smokestacks, wing to wing, using principles of trust I don't understand. But I understand this, not pilot, or engine, or maneuver. The trick here is panic, and I play along. Dear whomever, spare this city, slow to recover, our hazy old sky. Spare our lives awaiting attack. Spare our somnambulant cars. This is Mary Quade reading my poem Hammer from Guide to Native Beasts. Hammer. You hold the tool of doing and undoing, the weight of the head fighting your wrist, drawing itself toward pound, the handle's grain ringing. 2 fingers steady the nail, then the gentle tap preceding the blow. How can the nail stand it, this swift betrayal? The hammer is the soul of change. The pictures float on the wall. The roof crouches overhead. Can things really stay like this? The forked claw slips against the wood, the satisfying squeak of lost resistance. I am the stuck nail bending. All morning, the sound of distant hammers. I am so tired. I lay my head on the table like a watermelon. A man carries nails between his lips as though explaining a plan. The nail steals the hammer's act. We say Christ was nailed to the cross, but he was the carpenter's boy. They hammered him there. This is Mary Quade reading my poem The 5th of July from Guide to Native Beasts. The 5th of July. The sidewalks wear mascara, and dogs emerge from basements to sniff the fading sausage from the air. No one eats breakfast, the refrigerator, all beans and pickles and condiments. Red sticks of bottle rockets irritate the roofs, Children wake from dreams of flying like tissues over grass. They wander out to play with fire. Firecracker wrappers drift like litter, though not litter, but remnants of the happiness of combustion. Cardboard wheels and tears made far away from this place of picnic tables. The word China means careful, this might blow up. Everyone knows someone who didn't let go, who thought to tempt the fuse. The fourth is flags and fire trucks, candy flung by lesser politicians, the feet of clowns, the taste of vinegar and salt and meat. But today, we are no longer rebels, and there is only the calm of having nothing to explode. This is Mary Quade reading my poem Egg from Local Extinctions. Egg. The perplexity of the egg, both sturdy and designed to break. A chicken conjured this, fluffed in her nest box, vexed by her bird urge to sit, by her disturbing burdens, the eggs inside the cage of her bones, eternally emerging, one by one, like the same hot thought. Out in the yard, euphoric hens, disabused of duty, grab at scratch, dig baths of dirt, hunt the inscrutable bug. I put the egg in my jacket pocket, where I find it later, ticking. Each egg forms, fittingly, in layers, a cipher of shell and white and air around the unscrambled yolk. I turn up the heat, crack it into the pan, add salt. The code of husbandry says this: take the egg, her beak reaching for your hand. Protect her from her brooding, from her tendency to believe something dear will come of what she divulges while alone in the clucking dark. This is Mary Quade reading my poem Birthday Party Magician from Local Extinctions. Birthday Party Magician. The trick depends on subtlety and suddenness, a year turning into the next, the universe expanding. The illusion, not change, but things staying the same. Inside his black jacket, his body lingers as if off stage. A dressing room for colored squares, ropes, the harnessed dove. At what age will we begin to disbelieve? Will we leave our silk hat vaguely aware? Inside his sleeve, a renaissance, a device brutally simple, keeps the dove in place, waiting for his hand, the feint of flame obscuring wings release. The rabbit abides inside its chamber. He pulls an endless silent ribbon from his mouth, a white confession. The wand is just a kind of stick. But we have given up our dexterous guessing. Our ears tire of bearing coins. We are balloons penetrated by pins, unpopped. Perfidious thin air, out of which it all appears. We want our boxes opening to nice gifts. We want our cake, the moment when he takes the jacket off, the lining flecked with feathers, droppings, and turns himself into a man. This is Mary Quade reading my poem Mole from Local Extinctions. Mole. A dark thing grows under the bright, insinuating. The lawn, blemished with soft eruptions, loose mounds. I find one dying beneath the rose bush, and then it is dead, and I can hold it, this secret. Nose, still supple. Its tine, fin-like forelegs for diving, surfacing. Land's inconsiderable whale. I probe fur for eyes. On its side, several pierces, wounds. Why would it leave the ground, blow a perfect cover? In every operation, someone is working the inside, with a one-syllable name, a gray suit, a refined blindness, imposture, a small kind of cancer. All so-called solids are perforated. Something can always get in, combine, bond. My theory that I could stand here without sinking seems to be unfounded. A tunnel erodes the ground's integrity while maintaining, even bolstering, its own. The only evidence in any mystery is a tiny but perceptible hole. This is Mary Quade, reading my poem, Homage to Small Hurts, from Local Extinctions. Homage to Small Hurts. The euphoria of climb hangs upon risk. So where have you gone, playgrounds of steel, of sound concrete, obstinate? A lesson, yes, I needed to learn. You allowed us all to break our bones, to see beneath our blank skin, persecuted knees, ephemeral teeth, the sanguine world of gravity, the school of let go and fall. We scrambled up geodesic hemispheres, hooked our legs, dropped. We burned down molten slides and hopped off swings into brief, soft air above sure ground, smack and crumble. We knew this would happen. Then, on to the merry-go-round, waiting to tumble, dizzy, the binge of spin. I have to stop going in circles. Even our words spiraled, grandiloquent insults, rudderless brags and bets, the jeopardy of lies. Children of today, with your liabilities, your plastic structures, uncalamitous tubes, bark dust. I worry. This is play. Learn to walk away weaving. Leave the rest to rust. This is Mary Quade, reading my poem Rickey Henderson Breaks the Record for Stolen Bases in a Season, Milwaukee, 1982, from Local Extinctions. Rickey Henderson breaks the record for stolen bases in a season, Milwaukee, 1982. I was there. I know it's true, but memory starts someplace, then steps away and runs for it. Over the details falls doubt, that tarp covering the field's blades. I'm 10, my first real game. Arriving in the stands, fans find numbered seats, and when we leave, I get a pennant. But in between, a zero-pocked chart. I remember the A's Rickey Henderson on base, the dance of leading off, pitcher turning back and forth. He throws to first, plays his role, and we play ours. Traitors, wanting to catch history, we boo our own. I don't remember this. I don't remember wanting anything except home runs, so the man up at the giant beer barrel can ride his chute into the giant mug, the suds released balloons. But the wrong team's at bat. Perhaps I want a sausage wrapped in foil, or maybe all the sausages since then have placed that sausage in my mind. I know I didn't want what I couldn't have expected, this blurred anecdote to share now over beer and talk of baseball. And what does Henderson remember? Not me, a speck of kid near first, about to watch him speed away. He remembers a game just days before on his home field, second base beckoning, the crowd awaits his gift. But when he dives, the umpire calls him out. He'll tell that bitter story for years. The pitcher tires of looking back. He must propel the inning somewhere. And then Henderson is stealing. A few strides, a plunge. I like this, like skipping a grade. And the game stops. A ceremony. A man gives him the base, stolen, yet earned. I know this. I know this is what is done. The robbed diamond, the base alien in his grip, irrelevant, like what follows. Or maybe what follows matters most. Despite the spectacle, my team wins. And Henderson keeps stealing, one moment in one place, and in the next transported, not like recollection, that stumbling, but instead impatient prophecy, a thing known with certainty because it hasn't happened yet. This is Mary Quade reading my poem Cow Puppet from Local Extinctions. Cow Puppet. The illusion of voice, my mute hand moving your mouth as I utter what I assume you would. Moo, moo, smooth ululation of cow. I feel the confused kinesthesia of myself as you. What might you choose if you could? Bones, maybe? A throat to speak and swallow? A brain? An escape from my wrist? Or is this my own wish list? No, I say nothing to gain by truly being what you resemble, or by the blur of sentience, dilemma's pain, regret. Puppet, relieve me for a moment of some words and gestures. My fingers warm your fuzz, my thumb, a jaw, choose. Let me ruminate as cow, grass numb, glass eyes wide, and see myself at arm's length, and not try to get inside.